The Tale of Whispering Mountain. In a remote corner of the world, where the land meets the sky in a breathtaking dance of nature, stood Whispering Mountain. This majestic peak was cloaked in legends and mystery, its slopes covered with dense forests and its summit often shrouded in mist. The mountain was named for the eerie, melodious sounds that echoed through its valleys, a phenomenon that locals believed were the whispers of ancient spirits. Whispering Mountain had been a source of awe and inspiration for generations. It was said that those who climbed its slopes could hear the voices of the past, offering wisdom and guidance. The village at its base, named Elder Grove, was home to a small but tight-knit community that revered the mountain, considering it a sacred place. Among the villagers was a young woman named Alara. She was known for her curiosity and adventurous spirit, often exploring the forests and hills surrounding Elder Grove. Alara had grown up hearing the stories of Whispering Mountain from her grandmother, an elder who was deeply respected in the village. Her grandmother often spoke of the mountain's magic and the ancient spirits that resided within its heart. Alara, her grandmother would say, Whispering Mountain is not just a mountain. It is a keeper of secrets, a guardian of our history. Those who listen carefully can hear its whispers and learn from its wisdom. Alara was captivated by these tales and felt a deep connection to the mountain. She often wandered its lower slopes, listening to the rustling leaves and the songs of the birds, wondering if she could ever hear the whispers her grandmother spoke of. As she grew older, her desire to explore the mountain only intensified. One crisp autumn morning, with the air filled with the scent of pine and the first hints of winter, Alara decided it was time to venture higher up Whispering Mountain. She packed a small bag with provisions, said her goodbyes to her family, and set off on her journey. The villagers wished her well, some with smiles and others with worried expressions, for climbing the mountain was no small feat. The path up the mountain was steep and winding, covered with fallen leaves and dotted with ancient trees whose branches reached out like gnarled fingers. As Alara climbed higher, the air grew cooler and the forest denser. She felt a sense of exhilaration mixed with trepidation, but her determination drove her onward. After several hours of climbing, Alara reached a plateau where the trees thinned, revealing a breathtaking view of the valley below. She sat down to rest, taking in the beauty of the landscape. The sun was beginning to set, casting a golden glow over the mountainside. As she sat there, she closed her eyes and listened to the sounds of nature, the rustling leaves, the distant call of an eagle, and the gentle whisper of the wind. To her amazement, Alara began to hear something else, a soft, melodic sound that seemed to come from the very heart of the mountain. It was as if the mountain itself was speaking to her, its voice a blend of nature's music and something more profound. She listened intently, trying to make out the words, but they were elusive, like a forgotten melody on the tip of her tongue. Feeling a renewed sense of purpose, Alara continued her ascent. She followed the whispers, which seemed to guide her along hidden paths and through dense thickets. As she climbed higher, the forest gave way to rocky outcrops and alpine meadows filled with wild flowers. The air was thin and crisp, and she felt a sense of peace and clarity she had never known before. Eventually, Alara reached a secluded grove near the summit. In the center of the grove stood an ancient stone altar, covered with moss and surrounded by towering pines. The whispers were louder here, almost tangible, and she felt a powerful presence as if the spirits of the mountain were all around her. Ilara approached the altar and knelt beside it, placing her hands on the cool stone. She closed her eyes and let the whispers wash over her, opening her heart to the mountain's wisdom. Gradually, the whispers coalesced into words, and she could hear the voices of the past, the stories of her ancestors, the history of Elder Grove, and the timeless wisdom of the mountain. For hours, Ilara listened, absorbing the knowledge and understanding that the mountain shared with her. She learned about the cycles of nature, the importance of living in harmony with the land, and the interconnectedness of all life. The mountain spoke of resilience, hope, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. As dawn broke, casting a rosy hue over the summit, Ilara knew it was time to return to her village. She stood up, feeling a deep sense of gratitude and reverence for Whispering Mountain. The journey had changed her, imbuing her with a newfound wisdom and a stronger connection to her heritage. Descending the mountain was much quicker than the ascent, and Ilara felt as though she was walking on air. She couldn't wait to share her experiences with the villagers and especially her grandmother. She knew that the wisdom she had gained would be invaluable to her community. When Ilara finally reached Elder Grove, the villagers gathered around her, eager to hear about her journey. She recounted her adventure, describing the beauty of the mountain and the profound whispers she had heard. Her grandmother listened with tears of joy in her eyes, knowing that Ilara had truly connected with the spirit of Whispering Mountain. Over the following weeks and months, Ilara shared the wisdom she had gained with the villagers. She taught them about sustainable farming practices, the importance of preserving the natural environment, and the need for unity and cooperation. Under her guidance, Elder Grove flourished, becoming a model of harmony between humans and nature. Ilara also spent time creating a detailed map of the paths she had discovered on Whispering Mountain, ensuring that future generations could experience its magic. She organized regular expeditions for the villagers, leading them to the sacred grove and helping them connect with the mountain's wisdom. One day, while exploring a new path, Ilara stumbled upon an old, hidden cave. Inside, she found ancient carvings and paintings depicting the history of her people and their relationship with Whispering Mountain. The cave seemed to be a place of great significance, a repository of knowledge and culture preserved through the ages. Ilara realized that this cave was the key to understanding even more about her ancestors and the mountain's secrets. She spent countless hours studying the carvings and deciphering the symbols. The more she learned, the more she felt connected to the spirit of the mountain and her heritage. As years went by, Ilara became known as the guardian of Whispering Mountain. Her wisdom and leadership transformed Elder Grove into a thriving, harmonious community. The villagers honored her with a grand celebration, and she was given a place of honor in the village council. Ilara's life was filled with purpose and fulfillment. She continued to explore the mountain, uncovering new secrets and deepening her connection to its spirit. She knew that her journey was a lifelong one, and she embraced it with an open heart and an eager mind. In her old age, Ilara passed on her knowledge to the younger generation, ensuring that the legacy of Whispering Mountain would live on. She taught them to listen to the whispers of the mountain, to respect nature, and to cherish their heritage. Her teachings became an integral part of the village's culture, guiding them for generations to come. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun set over Whispering Mountain, casting a golden glow over its slopes, Ilara sat on her porch, surrounded by her family and friends. She looked up at the mountain, feeling a deep sense of peace and contentment. She knew that her life had been rich and meaningful, and she was grateful for the journey she had undertaken. The whispers of Whispering Mountain continued to echo through the valleys, a timeless melody of wisdom and love. Ilara closed her eyes, listening to the familiar, soothing sounds, and smiled. She knew that the spirit of the mountain would always be with her, guiding and inspiring her, even as she prepared to join the ancestors who had come before her. And so, the tale of Whispering Mountain and its guardian, Ilara, lived on, a story of adventure, wisdom, and the enduring connection between humans and nature. The mountain's whispers continued to inspire and guide the people of Eldergrove, a reminder of the timeless wisdom that resided in the heart of nature. The end.